Well, it's time for the Taco Marine Troll the Edge new products. And you know what? We normally do it at the Parts View workbench, but tonight we have a Chittum Skiff as our substitute. Ridge, why don't you tell me about your new boat?
You know, this is the Chittum 18. It's a 12-degree dead rise. It's a fully carbon boat, all 5 hatch, and we paired it up with the 150 Yamaha SHO, and it's an absolute rocket ship and a Swiss Army knife for Murphy's Law sport fishing.
So tell me a little bit about what fully carbon means, bub.
So from the hull, the cap, the console, and all the inside of the hatches, everything's fully carbon. And what that does is it makes the boat really, really light. It makes it a lot faster and makes it float a lot shallower because of that, and it's strong.
So a great comparison is your old boat. How fast was it with the same Yamaha 150?
We went from a 64-mile-an-hour boat on its best day to now at 72, and we're not even propped right.
That's right. So and let me understand, you used to have 2 technical poling skiffs to do your, 300 days of fishing. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how that's happened now to 1?
We went from fishing 2 different boats. One, technical poling skiff, real shallow water boat, and then having a tournament boat that we could go a little faster, longer runs. Now we have a perfect blend of both,
right,
where we're poling in shallow water in this boat. Regardless whether there's a big motor or not, we're still making the long runs and doing everything we need to within one fishing platform, which is really great.
Yeah, you're right. So the 12-degree dead rise gives you the great ride, certainly. Mm-hmm. But part of the ride is, are you getting wet?
No.
Spray rails.
So Chittum integrates their spray rails. And so what that is there's actually a flap that comes off the side of the hull, and the water hits it and pushes it down. And that comes from the top of the boat all the way back here where the console, past the console, where anything that's spraying is gonna be either kicked out and down or come off the back of the boat, where you're not getting wet on those long runs that you're gonna be running on.
Yeah, and that's what the spray rails are all about.
Yeah.
Ridge, let's talk a little bit about how wide the gunnels are. The thing I really appreciate about this is that when my rods are in the rod holders, and a guy steps forward to go get up on the bow, he's not kicking my reel handles because of how wide these gunnels are.
The gunnels are perfect. They guide you to where you're not going to kick them. You can still fit a scrub brush underneath everything. But then not only that, when you're walking from point A to point B on the side of the boat, you're not stumbling and fumbling. They're perfectly balanced. It's nice.
Balance is everything.
And wide.
Yeah, absolutely right.
But with balance, with a big motor, you can also, now they have a 32-gallon gas tank in this boat. So everything fits nice and solid, and we're floating nice and flat.
Now, you know what? In the past, Ridge, with some of my other partners that we had in the past, filling the boat was a challenge because of the fuel recovery system. A lot of times the fuel nozzle would click off. Tell us how Chittum has changed that for us.
So Chittum's made it really, really simple and easy. They vented it, but it's also a straight pipe to the actual tank itself. So not only that, but we're not dealing with electronic fuel gauges to go wrong. We know exactly what this is when we stick it. Yeah. So this doesn't lie. When it comes to knowing how much fuel I have at the end of the day, getting home, I know what was in the boat. I know what I got.
Yeah,
and that's super important.
And it comes with a variety of different console options and colors, guys. You can go to chittumskiffs.com to find out more information. But Ridge, I've got to talk a little bit about these Bajios as a new product tonight. So guess what? We're going to talk about the Antoinette, guys. This is for the ladies. It's for the smaller fit, as you can tell. One of the things that I love about it is it has the hinges so that they don't break, but it also has some shading or the wraparound so that the light doesn't get behind. Now, all Bajios got the blue light removal from the system. That's the one thing I love about it. It comes in 3 different frames. It also comes in 7 different lens configurations. You can also get this with your readers or even a prescription. So remember, all Bajio sunglasses, we remove the blue light, and essentially that's 22% of the glare. It allows us to remove more glare than the competition, and that's one of the reasons why our lenses are so clear. A lot of times when we put these lenses on somebody, the immediate response is, wow, it's like 4K. So guys, if you haven't tried your Bajios, you know what? Go to Bajio Sunglasses, look up all the different styles. We have styles for men, we have styles for ladies, we have unisex styles which cross over. We got a series of wire frames as well. And remember, you can find out all your questions can be answered. And certainly our warranty is the best in the business, and just by going to BajioSunglasses.com. Bree, where are we going next?